Hey everyone, welcome to Queerly Recommended, the podcast where we recommend queer books, films, TV shows, and more. I'm Tara Scott, and I review sapphic fiction at the Lesbian Review and Smart Bitches Trashy Books. And this week, I'm recommending a sapphic romance from 2016.
It's been a while, huh?
I know, not even a recent release, but I had a good time. Who are you? What are you doing here?
And I'm Kris Bryant, a contemporary romance writer for Bold Strokes Books, and this week I'm recommending a series on Netflix.
So last time we had our pal Bex filling in because you were on your way home
Right.
from a trip. Do you want to talk about that?
I do. I got back from Women's Week in P-Town, Provincetown. So let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Sounds great.
I traveled with Christina Rivers. She is also my roommate in P-Town. And went to Chicago. We got on a plane and we decided to go a day early because guess what?
What?
There was a nor'easter going
Jesus
on.
Christ. I don't really know what those are. I just know that whenever they happen in books, they were bad.
So it's pretty much like windy, like nonstop winds for, 50-mile-an-hour winds, rain, it's cold, it was miserable. And I surely did not want to fly in that. So to save on money too, I decided to fly a day early, and then we flew to Providence, Rhode Island. We stayed the night there, and then we drove to P-Town on Sunday when the actual nor'easter showed up. So, yeah, it was cold, and for several days, it was just wicked weather, just terrible weather. And I think the best day was Saturday, and that was also probably the most fun we had was on Saturday. Yeah. So it was a very quiet experience. It wasn't as busy as most Women's Week can be for us. Not as many writers showed up for BSB. So we had several panels. We were all busy. I will say that Monica McCallan and Haley Cass threw together a Meet the Authors happy hour on Saturday. And that was a ton of fun. Yeah, it was super fun. The coolest thing happened. We go to the Crown and Anchor. And we're upstairs in this like little room that has a balcony and couches and tables and chairs. And we're all sitting there, and a lot of people come and go. And then when it's just 6:00, because it was from 4 to 6, and at 6:00 they kick us out. And Monica's like, "Hey, can anybody play Closing Time on the guitar?" And not one, but two people said yes.
Oh my God.
I'm like, there is so much amazing talent. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. And here's who I'm gonna out her right now. Maybe this is bad, but that's okay because she loves me, and I'm all right with this.
Okay.
So both Bailey Carr, who is a narrator, fantastic narrator, and also Kristen Zimmer.
Oh.
They both like raised their hand at the same time. And then they were both like, "Oh no, you do it. Oh no, really, you do it." And so it ended up being Bailey. So she grabs this random guitar that happens to be in this room and picks it up and plays Closing Time. And I record it, and it was fantastic. And it was such a great time. And we all left and hung out and said goodbye because it was the last night in P-Town. But that was so much fun. So thank you, Monica and Haley, for putting that on because I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
love that.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm participating in the GCLS for SWAG. And what that stands for is Sapphic Writers Achieving Goals. So basically, readers, writers, they donate to you, me, and they raise money for GCLS. We raise money for GCLS. And then also it encourages us to continue to write. So like words of encouragement. Hey, you just raised, $100. So of course that makes me want to write more.
Is it like a write-a-thon?
Kind of, sort of, because they got rid of, I don't even know what it is. Nano something. It's the November.
Oh, NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
Didn't something happen with that?
I know it died, and rightfully so.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
I don't remember the history.
Wasn't it something to do with using AI?
Oh, I don't know. I never did
or
it.
I'm starting a rumor.
Oh, damn. Like, I believed it. Like, yes, I believe it. Also, like, I always
Yeah.
thought it was unbelievably stressful. Like that is just too much. Oh, you're going to look it up.
Yeah. Why did NaNoWriMo and oh wow. There were like articles and shit about it.
Dang.
Scandals, according to Euronews.
Ooh.
I don't know who. Okay, so it was announced in April that it was going away. And
I agree.
so for people who aren't familiar, it was National Novel Writing Month. So it was in November, and the idea was to try to write
Terrible.
50,000 words in 30 days. So it sounds like, uh-oh. According to
Wow.
this piece from LitHub that I found, there were money issues, which is not surprising. I mean, it's rough for all nonprofits, but like arts nonprofits are not doing amazing.
Right.
There's something to do with inappropriate behavior by volunteers and moderators. I'm not clicking that link. That's okay. And then, yeah, it had an
Oh, you're
equivocating
right. Yeah.
stance on AI. That's right. I did actually remember that. I wasn't creating a rumor.
You weren't.
So interesting. Okay, so this is kind of filling that gap, but
Right.
specifically in the sapphic fiction world. I'm guessing without a strict 50K.
Right. No, I never could do that. Like it's so stressful this time of year for me anyway with at my job. I was just handed
Yeah.
just today I had the kickoff meeting on a $5.5 million project that I have to run. And so like I can't imagine like having to write 30,000 words in this month. Plus we have, Thanksgiving. It's just really busy. It's just a busy time.
So you got to get Thanksgiving out of the way in October, like the Canadians. Come on. Just
that's
do it
probably a
early,
good
and then you can
idea.
write.
Exactly. So, but it's kind of nice because I get the donations and thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Boz and Rebecca, and so many different other people who have already donated to my page. Like it's been amazing. I had a low goal of $500, hit it like on day 3. So now I don't have to stress about it.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I've met my goal and it's pretty early on and I'm happy and we're raising money for Golden Crown Literary Society. So it's a win for everybody. I like it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, I have a new book out.
I know that happened while you're away. I don't know if you had a
Yes.
chance to listen, but Bex did shout out
Oh, I
maybe
haven't.
right at the end that you got a new book, baby. What's she called and what's it about?
So, Scandalous, and it is available everywhere. Like it's available everywhere today. The audiobook is out already, narrated by the magnificent Lori Prince.
Oh, yes.
It is my fattest book baby ever. It's a long book. It's like 85, 86, 87,000 words. I know. Who am
are
I?
you?
Who am I? So it's just kind of fun. It's like twin swapping and somebody falls in love with somebody they shouldn't. And then there's also a mini Highland cow rescue that has also other mini animals. Mini as in MINI.
Incredible.
Yeah, so it's just pure sugar and sweet and love and there's spice in it and it's the perfect non-angsty book if you need that, which I feel like, the holidays is always a real angsty time and I feel like people need to escape and this book Scandalous is the perfect way to escape. Not even gonna lie.
I love that. I'm really excited to read this one because I think it's just everything's hard.
Yeah, and you've been on this journey with me. I mean, this book, it got pushed back 3 times because I couldn't get there because this country has just like the politics in this country has just destroyed my creativeness.
Yeah.
And it was just really hard to get to the ending, and I finally did. And so you were with me the whole time. So thank you for your support and listening to me and wiping my tears away. Yeah.
I love that you said it's sweet, it sounds cozy and fun.
It is very cozy.
And I'm ready.
Thank you. I'm ready for you to read it too. It's kind of funny because people are reaching out and telling me they're reading it and they're like, it's so sweet. And then the reviews are like, no angst. It's like, I know we have enough angst in our life right now, So yeah.
I do think that that's obviously I'm not able to read every single book, but that is kind of a trend that I'm seeing. Like I have to think There's no way you're alone in the whole, like, holy shit, it's
No,
hard to write right
no,
now.
absolutely not. I
Like,
cannot be.
hmm and I know a lot of other readers as well. And this is going to come up as a theme when I talk about my recommendation.
Mm.
But the way I got the book that I was recommended to, jump ahead, spoil my own section a little bit, was somebody saying, do you just need like a really cozy book right now? I was like, yeah, I do. I
Yes,
really, really do. So,
yes,
yes, I love that you're adding another one of those kinds of books to the world because like
yes.
they're so important. And even right now, like Bex and I talked a lot about like book banning and all that last time. These kinds of books, like publishing a cozy queer romance, is a radical act right now. And so it
Right.
can like bring comfort and visibility all at the same time. How
Yes,
wonderful.
thank you. Thank you. So that is everything new and exciting in my life. What about you, Tara? What's going on?
The kids have finally gone back to school, which is great.
Oh,
That is my big news. Yes, the teacher strike is over in Alberta. I don't
good.
love how it happened. The government basically did not negotiate properly with them because of course they didn't order the teachers back to school. And there are ways to legislatively mandate the end of a strike here. They didn't do that. We don't have, like, instead of the Constitution here, when you talk about like people's rights, we have what's called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And it was basically built with like I don't know if a poison pill is quite the right way to say it, but this thing called the notwithstanding clause that a province can use to say, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So, Quebec, I believe Quebec used it before, saying women couldn't wear head coverings. I can't remember the context in which that happened. Saskatchewan used it against trans kids in
Mhm.
their province as part of saying, you can't use whatever name or pronouns or whatever you want at school. Your parents have to be told. In this case, it was used to say, basically say they don't have a right to strike, which is not cool because the right
No.
to strike is a part of our charter. And there is legislation that has been held up related to trans kids and healthcare. So I'm a little concerned she's trying to normalize overriding that.
Mm.
We still absolutely stand with the teachers. I called my MLA for the first time, because of this. So, participating in the democratic process a little more. It is nice. It is nice to have my kids getting back in the swing. I just wish it had happened a better way, in a way that was better
All right.
for students. And it wasn't just about teachers being greedy. Like I was talking to a coworker, some of us got together in person recently. Her son is in grade 10 or 11.
Mm.
There are 43 kids in one of his classes.
Wow, that's a big size.
It's crazy. It is
That should
so
be
bad.
2 classrooms, yeah.
So yeah, I don't like how it happened, but absolutely our teachers are doing incredible work here. I am glad that my kids are kind of getting back in the swing of things. And it's kind of cool because one of my oldest, who turned 14 recently,
Stop it.
right?
Stop it.
Right? Was just a little peanut when we started this
Right?
podcast, is doing an assignment right now of like pitching a political party. If you had to create a political party, what would your platform be? And it's so fun.
Oh, that sounds like that is a fun assignment.
Yeah. It's really, really fun hearing how they're thinking through it and all of that. So yeah, it's pretty great. But otherwise, like we're, as I joked before, we're past Thanksgiving here. And so now it's just like, all right, how many weeks until Christmas vacation?
Christmas. Yeah, I was looking in the living room because I live in a shoebox, and
Hmm.
I'm like, "Where am I gonna put the Christmas tree this year?" So what has to happen is the piano has to go in the guest room,
Mm.
but when one of the guys, retired, he gave me this really cool, like, 6.5 foot long, like, bookshelf. Like, it's really cool. It has, like,
Ooh,
different it's not like the shelves aren't not even, they're not on the same like, it's all just it's really
different.
cool, and it
Yeah.
matched the wood in the bedroom, and I'm like, "This is amazing." So, I put it in there, and that's where I put the piano, because I put the tree where the piano is. So, I'm
Oh,
trying to figure out Christmas here. That's my job, is for the next, before I bring the tree up, I got to figure out where I'm putting things,
You're gonna
because
play Tetris with the furniture?
I'm gonna have to, because I have no idea where to put things. I don't. Like,
Is that the episode title? Is it Furniture Tetris?
maybe so. Maybe so. But I have a couple weeks yet before I have to stress about that. But
Mhm.
you mentioned Christmas, and
I did. It's
yes.
on my mind, honestly, and I haven't. This is funny because I'm going to forget before, when we finish recording this, and then I'll walk downstairs. I'm going to forget to say something, but like, kind of want to put the tree up early this year because it
Yes.
makes me happy to look at it.
Exactly.
When the
Exactly.
world is not nice, at least there are Christmas tree lights.
Exactly. And it's so funny because I go back and forth. And this year I want it to be really obnoxious. I go back and forth between color lights and white lights. Which ones do I want? Do I want the tree to look like,
Mm-hmm.
asymmetrical and just have like the pretty ornaments on? Or I just want to put like this everything on my tree to make me happy. Like put everything I have on my tree with the
Do
color
it.
lights.
Go big.
That's what I'm thinking. Like we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to do something bold here, because I want
Yes.
to walk in and be happy and be like, I'm so happy. I mean, right now I come home, I'm like, thank God I'm away from everything and I can shut the door. But then I want to come home and be happy and be like, the tree's so pretty.
I love it. I think you should. I'm highly supportive. All right. What have you been reading or watching lately?
Okay, listen, I cannot get enough of Scandal.
Tell me more and tell me why.
So I watched Scandal. It's a drama TV series that came out, I think, in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2000, something like that. And it was on for 7 seasons. And I watched it when it first came out. And then one of my friends started watching it last year, and it showed up on Netflix. And I'm like, oh, I want to watch the first episode, just because, just
Mm-hmm.
see what it was like. Turns out I don't remember any of it. So it is like a brand new show.
What a gift.
And I know. It's like, do I remember what happened? Absolutely not. Like, is
Mm-hmm.
the chemistry between Olivia Pope, who's the main character, and the president palpable? Yes. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot how amazing the chemistry is on screen. I don't know if they loved each other or hate each other in real life, but oh my gosh, like it
Mm-hmm.
sizzles when they're on screen together. And I just sit there like this goofy, like romantic person just going, oh, this is so lovely. I mean, never mind that they killed a bunch of people, or like, all the bad
Sure.
that they did, because Olivia Pope is the anti-hero and every character is terrible, but I can't
Mm-hmm.
stop watching this. I am like knee deep in season 3, and I still have, 4 seasons to go, but I can't
I
stop
love that
watching
for
it.
you.
I
That
know.
is so fun.
And I think just now also, just because it's so political and the series takes place, in the White House, getting to the White House, things that you have to do, all the compromises you do and the deals you make. And you know that shit goes on. And so
Mhm.
I think it just kind of fuels the fire, and I can't stop watching it. And then like they throw love in, and like, so I'm like, I hate everything. Oh, look, they're together. Oh, that's so sweet. You know? So then I go back to hating everybody because, oh, he had this person killed
Yeah.
and that person died. And like, what's the big scandal here?
Oh, kissing.
So
Great.
yeah, oh, they're kissing. They found some time together. But then they do this, don't call me anymore. I hate you. And then like, I love you. And it's like, it's almost getting old because
Mhm.
they, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And I get frustrated because, I am the happily ever after person
Of
and I write
course.
books. Like you're allowed to have like one or two skirmishes, fights, not fights, but, like
Sure.
just like arguments or whatever. But like it is nonstop with them.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, just love each other. You love each other. Like, just love each other. But that's not
That's
how it
probably a
is.
different show.
It is a different show. It is it's not the one I'm watching. And I also watched, well, first of all, I watched Love is Blind, and it's just trashy. Like nobody got together. Sorry, spoiler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody did. And so I
No
watched
weddings.
No Weddings.
That's
Everybody
probably
said
more
no.
honest.
They're all trash. I mean, there's maybe
Yeah.
one guy, but even then, I think he's slightly they made him they made him better than he is, I think, in real life, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
but
They tried to like create a storyline around something that wasn't really
sort
real.
of. And maybe, I mean, maybe he's a nice guy, but he was almost too nice of a guy. You hear the people who say, "Oh no, I wish you
Yeah.
the best," but they're also on TV, and this is what is expected of them, and they're going to come out to be the hero, and that's how the narrative is spun. They're going to make somebody a martyr almost. And yeah, no, I watched it, and yeah, so I'm hoping that next time I'll give it one more shot.
Yeah.
I
Only
know.
only
It's like
one. Are
season
you
9.
sure?
I'll give it one more shot. But
Hmm.
I will guarantee you that Netflix will have at least one or two couples. I don't care how much they pay them, but they will have people who get married and have this amazing life, because this was such a shit show of a season.
Oh yeah.
Unreal. It was terrible.
Did you
Terrible.
see? Because I haven't watched all of them. I've only watched like occasionally here and there. But in the first season, do you remember Cameron and what is her name? Anyway, I was very happy to see that they were having a baby. I don't know if they've had it yet
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
not.
yeah. Oh, what is her name?
She's great.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's nice. I mean, there are couples that do make it,
Hmm.
but I was like, are you shitting me? I just wasted all this time wanting love and got nothing but trash talk, and
Right?
and it was like the season ended a year and a half ago. And so the reunion show, like, so much has happened since then.
Oh my God, they could be married to whole other people by now.
Yes, and that happened. Oh,
Somebody got married?
yeah, to somebody else. And
Holy
not only
shit.
that, they had a baby.
Already?
Yes.
That's a lot of time between filming and reunion if you have enough time for that.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you're on the show, you can't
No.
social media anything, you can't say anything, you can't talk to people about it, whether or not you're with
You
somebody or
can't
not.
announce that you got friggin'
Right.
married.
Right. You can't announce any of
Like,
that. Like that. Nah. No.
mm-mm.
No.
Okay, did we talk about the Ultimatum Queer Love getting canceled? Did you see that?
I saw that was canceled, which is ridiculous. Gee, I wonder why.
So rude.
It is.
Let us have our messy representation.
Right, and it was messy.
It
That
was
last
so
season was messy. It was
messy.
terrible. Look, this is just not the show. It's just not, I
Mhm.
have been a loyal watcher since the beginning, and I just feel like,
Of all 2 seasons? It
well, of
only
all
got
of
2
them.
seasons.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
did you watch the Straight Ultimatum? Sorry, it's not
I
not
did.
that
I
it's not
did.
called the Straight Ultimatum.
The non-queer,
Feel like
yes.
that's another possible title for this episode, the Straight Ultimatum.
Straight ultimatum. Yes, I watch all that. I watch that shit. I
Oh
eat that
man,
up
you're a better person than me.
because
You know
I
what though?
want the love.
I think you're able to watch more TV than me because I play more
Yes,
video games than you.
right. And
And
I'm
you
like,
also
no,
can
I'm
put
too
TV
busy
on
for
while you're
video
writing.
game.
Yeah.
That's true. But I'm like,
Listen,
no,
I'm
I'm too
busy
busy
strategically playing games.
binging. I'm binge watching like 8 hours or eight episodes of Scandal.
Yeah.
Like that is what happens to me on the weekends. And I am flat on the couch. I can
Hmm.
actually drink flat.
What?
I can drink, take a drink out of a glass, laying down flat.
But like you lift your head up a tiny bit, right?
Yeah, I can do that. But I mean, it is a skill not a lot of people have.
Yeah, it's not, I don't,
Thank you.
now I'm trying to think if I've done it.
Oh yeah, I'm an expert at it because I am either 100% or I'm 0%. There is
Hmm.
no half. There's
Hmm.
nothing. There's no 80%. It's one or the other. My two speeds. No speed or speed. Like that's it. That's how you
Running
get.
or asleep.
Right. And it's like, my iPhone, at the end of the day, you took 46 steps. Yeah, because I had to go to the bathroom 4 times.
Also, go fuck yourself. That's not your business.
Right. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so let's get back to this. So that is what I have been reading and watching. What about you? You've got a lot.
I have a few things.
Yes,
Okay,
you
so
do.
Drag Race UK season 7 continues. It's fine.
Oh,
That's it's I don't know. They're not always going to be amazing. And I think it's hard because last season was so
right.
good. Like so incredible. And also there was a period of I'm not sure how many weeks. It might have even been 6 weeks where I was not watching any drag races. And so to like come back to this, like there's nothing wrong with it. I'm very happy to watch it, but I'm looking forward to seeing like there's the new Canada season starts soon, which is great because I was afraid. I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, is Canada not doing it anymore? It is. Hooray.
Yay.
And then they did announce new main like Drag Race US and Drag Race
Oh,
US All Stars, which is awesome. Because I'm not gonna lie, like watching some of these mergers happening with media companies, I was like,
yeah.
okay. So like, are these rich conservative dudes gonna be okay with Drag Race? Like, what's going to happen? So it's still going. I'm gonna appreciate it as long as it's here. I finished playing Hades 2. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's definitely queer. It would be an official recommendation, but I've talked about it too much already.
I think it is and has been an official recommendation like every
the last 2 weeks,
podcast.
the last
Yeah.
two episodes. Yeah. So there's 4 characters that you can romance, and you can romance all or none of them. There is no, it's actually really great because at one point, 2 of them are kind of arguing with each other about being interested in your character. And then your character is basically like, come on, guys, like we're immortal. Who gives a shit? Like we can all sleep with whoever we want to sleep with. But my favorite is Nemesis because she's this like big, beefy, brawny lady who's like incredibly strong, and you have to fight her. And you do start off as enemies, which of
Yeah.
course she's Nemesis. But then it goes for it's a true enemies to lovers story.
Aw.
And it's really lovely, and I love it a lot. So that I finally finished it, put it down, thoroughly enjoyed it, would highly
Nice.
recommend it. Probably will play it again at some point, but not soon. I'm done. I need a break from that game. And then Neil and I watched the documentary about John Candy that came out recently on Amazon Prime. It's called I Like Me. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
It is wonderful. So Neil
Ah,
showed me the trailer
I love him.
maybe end of August, early September, and I watched the trailer and I started to get teary, and I was like, "Oh, so this
Ah,
is going to ruin us then." And it was like, "Yeah." But it's so good. So it's directed by Colin Hanks, which is
oh
pretty
yeah.
cool. So
Hmm.
that's Tom Hanks's son.
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds is one of the producers on it. They got so many people on this to talk about it. They got his kids, his wife,
Uh,
friends he grew up with. I can't remember if there were any siblings. And then of course like the people he acted with in SCTV and in films, and
mhm.
like they basically got everybody except Rick Moranis, which was really impressive. And like if somebody was still alive, they showed up except Rick Moranis. Like Mel Brooks was in it.
Wow. Like
Right?
the king of comedy right there.
Yeah, because he was in Spaceballs.
That's right. He was the
Yeah.
give me some paw. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I laughed. I cried. Oh my God.
Mm. I'm gonna have to watch that. Yeah,
I
I
laughed
liked him.
until I
Yeah.
cried. It's so good. Like if you liked John Candy,
Yes, yes.
it's so worth it. It's just this like beautiful celebration of somebody's life without trying to hide some of the like the difficult stuff that he struggled with. It was really lovely.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've been reading, I'm not done yet. Does it count as a series if there's 2 installments in something?
I think so. I think so.
All
Well,
right, then I'm
yeah,
calling it.
it's a
I've been
series.
reading. I've been reading a Devil Wears Prada fanfic series by an author called Naval Cat, who is also kind of big in the Harry Potter. So I had heard of this author mainly because I know they wrote a Hermione Bellatrix
Oh,
fanfic
yes. Hmm.
that is over. Actually, no, I'm just gonna say guess. Do you want to guess how long that fic is?
300,000 words.
Over 700,000 words.
Oh my goodness.
She's working. I think it's a she, and I'm so sorry if I've misgendered you. So we'll go back to they, them pronouns just in case. They're working on a sequel to that one that's already over 500,000 words as well. And I'm just like, oh my God. I don't know if I'm ever going to read it because that is
A lot.
very, 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 very long. But this one, so Devil Wears Prada, the series is called A Coin of Two Sides.
Oh,
The
I
first
like
one
that.
is called The Price of Coffee. It's told in the third person from Andy's perspective. What I like about this one is it's one where Andy has actually never worked for Miranda. They meet at a coffee shop
Oh.
and they continue to meet up. And the first scene actually had me cracking up, like laughing, because Andy doesn't actually know who she's talking to. And so, Miranda, of course, being Miranda Priestley, like, who are you and what are you trying to do? And it's really like, it's lovely. It's a sweet story. But one of the things that I really love is even when Andy finds out who Miranda is, because she does write at a magazine. It's just not, she's not working at Runway. And then when she finds out who it is, she actually decides not to go do a whole bunch of Google research, which I thought was like also an interesting spin, because Miranda's like, what, you're not going to go and like dig up everything you can find about me? And she's like, no, I want to get to know you on your terms. And it just like, it works and it's really lovely. And then a super fun thing happens, because part two, The Cost of Happiness, it's actually the same story with the same number of
Oh.
chapters, the same chapter names, but it's told from Miranda's perspective. And it works really well reading them back to back, because Miranda is not exactly a forthcoming communicator. So like, if you actually want to know like what's going on in her life, there's a lot of detail being filled in that I wouldn't have known otherwise. So I'm really enjoying this one. I've finished the first part. I'm in the second part now. Oh, and it's told in the first person. So we're getting like deep into Miranda's
Oh, nice.
perspective. So I liked that it's like, not only does, one book is from one's perspective, one is from the other's, but it's like the first one is told in the third person, the second is told in the first person. Like, it was some interesting kind of fun narrative choices there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Nice.
All right, Kris, what is your official recommendation this week?
So my official recommendation is Boots on Netflix. I heard people talk about it in P-Town and I decided to give it a try and I loved it. I loved it.
Okay, what's it
Yes.
about?
Okay, so I will read you the synopsis. The Netflix series Boots is a coming-of-age dramedy based on the memoir The Pink Marine by Greg Cope White, about a closeted gay teenager who enlists in the U.S. Marine Corps in the 1990s. The show follows the young recruit Cameron Cope and his fellow platoon members as they navigate the physical and emotional challenges of boot camp. It explores themes of friendship, identity, and resilience in an environment designed to push them to their limits. So the actor who plays Cameron, Miles Heiser, I think is how it's pronounced. He's in another show that I recommended a long time ago, but he's 31 years old and he looks like a baby. He's 31. He's
Good for
31.
him.
Yeah. And so basically, this character had just a terrible upbringing. Like, he's basically invisible to everybody, to people at school. He gets bullied. He has a terrible home life. Like, his mom, he's like, hey, I'm going to go join the military. And she's like, okay, honey, when you come back, will you bring some milk? Will you bring back milk? I mean, like, completely ignores him.
Wow.
And like, she does some pretty terrible things in this show, and she's just a terrible mother, and his brother's awful. And so he finally just decides, there's one person in my life who loves me for me, who knows that I'm gay, who understands me, and it's my best friend. And my best friend just signed up to be in the Marines. And so they had this brochure, and I'm sure it's true. They had a brochure of the buddy system. So if your friend joins the Marines, you could join and you and your buddy would not be separated. So he joins the Marines.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 8 parts. It's an 8-part series. And what's cool is that, and I don't even know how to explain this. So it's him, and then like his gay self shows up. So it's like two of them on screen, and it's like his queer self is saying, don't you want to stand up for yourself? It's kind of like prompting him to face challenges and do better at things. He's like, don't you want to like get out of this cycle of people bullying you, and like, stand up for yourself and fight back, and just, so it's kind of like, sometimes this character jumps out for fun, sometimes it's serious, but I kind of like that. Like, that is a little bit different, and I really liked it. It's like he's his own cheerleader. It's his own cheerleader.
Yeah.
So I think I'm like consider it like inner Cam and outer Cam at
Mhm.
Cameron. So he goes by Cam, but yeah.
Okay, it's funny you say that because I was like, is this kind of like the
Ah,
innie outie thing from that other show that you liked with Adam Scott that Ben Stiller produced that has a name and I can't remember what it's called?
do not quiz me on things that I've recommended. I'm terrible at things.
But remember the innies and the outies?
Yes, I do remember that. So I guess I
Okay.
do like that whole concept. I think I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it works for me because then you can see what or understand what the character is going through.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is what I like about this. So boot camp is like 13 weeks, and the
Mm-hmm.
character does so much growth in this 13 weeks. He finally understands what it's like to be part of a family, part of a bigger group.
Aw.
He hangs out with people who probably are ostracized for the same, not for the same reasons, but for other
Other
reasons.
misfits.
Yeah, exactly. And so he wants to quit. Like he's like, this isn't for
Mm-hmm.
me. I want to quit. But he's trying to help other people stay. And by staying, like he has to stay to help them to pass
Mm-hmm.
boot camp. And
Mm-hmm.
it's such a good show. It shows everything like encouragement and military isn't like that. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like my dad was in the
Yeah.
military for 20 years and some of his stories are terrible. But also, that was back in the 60s.
Yeah.
It has changed a lot since the 60s. There are a lot more rules. You can't really
Mm-hmm.
put your hands on people, like beat them up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could back then, but they've made a lot of laws and stuff so, your drill
Mm-hmm.
sergeants can't kill you. It's very witty and I'm not saying it glorifies the military, but it makes it seems like it's not as tough as everybody thinks it is. But it is tough, physically, mentally, it is tough, but this kid gets
Mm-hmm.
through it and at the end he makes a choice. And it's lovely. It's just a good show. I really hope. I know another friend of yours recommended it and I just hope you do give it a
Mm-hmm.
shot because I didn't want to stop watching it. Like it went from episode to episode to episode because I wanted to find out what happens. Like, how does he handle this? How does he handle this drill sergeant? How does he
Mm-hmm.
handle, this guy? And it was good.
So given that it takes place in the 90s,
Hmm.
which is still like don't ask, don't tell,
Hmm.
is there, because I feel like there's probably going to be some people who maybe would be reluctant to seek it out. Is there like a lot of overt homophobia? Does anybody beat the shit out of him for being gay or anything like that?
Um, so how do I want to say this without giving anything away? People noticed that he could maybe be queer.
Mm-hmm.
One of the recruits has a diary. I guess the drill sergeant or somebody finds this diary and reads it out loud and
Mm,
says that the guy's like, "Oh, Cameron's nice, but he's a little faggy."
yeah.
I mean, terrible word, I know, but and that brings it out to everybody, and everybody kind of like doesn't really say anything, but some
Mm-hmm.
people assume that.
Okay, so it wasn't like, it doesn't sound like it was like really painful from that kind of a
Um,
perspective. Like it's not likely to be like,
right, he didn't get beat up or anything. He had more bullying when he was in high school than he did in boot
yeah.
camp. At least that's the way it was portrayed. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it, like I said, I don't know if it glorifies anything. There are some triggering moments with language and also physical abuse.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, I thought it was a really good series.
Nice. That's great.
Because like my whole life, so get this, because my dad was in the military,
Mm-hmm.
I was like so close to joining. And like all
Mm,
of my quote unquote uncles, dad's best friends from the military are still in,
mm-hmm.
military people for life. And they're like, you should join up, you should write for the Stars and Stripes. You'd be an officer if you were to join
Mm-hmm.
the military after, graduating college. And I thought about it. I
Mm-hmm.
did. I thought about it a lot. Hmm.
So my brother is in the Canadian military
Oh.
and has been for, I'm trying to think if it's been, yeah, it must be over doing the math on our ages. Yeah, it's been at least 20 years. And he's a couple years younger than me and it took a few years between high school and like and getting there.
Hmm.
I mean, he tried telling me that I should join. He's like, you have a degree, you could be an officer. And I was
Hmm.
like, I'm good. Like, I think there was too much of me. It's so funny. As much as I can be a rule follower, but also don't tell me too much of what to
Don't tell me what
do.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I was such a rule follower at that point. But when I look back on it, there was this streak of like that, but it has to make sense. The rules have to make sense. And if they don't make sense, then I'm not going to do them. And
Right.
so it was never the life for me.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I actually, I was in a relationship right after college and I was like, no, no, I can't. I'm in love. And I'm like, why
I
didn't I do it? Damn it.
I feel like that's a whole other rabbit hole.
I know. You're right. Okay. So that
I'm
was
not going to
my,
follow it.
it's my official recommendation. Tara, what is your official recommendation?
Okay, my official recommendation is Atramentum by MJ Duncan. So I have not read a lot of MJ Duncan before. I have heard of her and her books. I think I read Veritas. I think that might be the only one that I
Mm.
read. But I have a couple friends that are like, MJ Duncan can do no wrong. Haven't you read? And I was like, no, 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 because her books are often quite long. I don't know if they're quite as long as Susan X. Maher's books, which are also
Very long.
long.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful books, but long. I don't know. I like the dopamine hit of getting through a book fairly quickly. And when a book is like 500 pages or more, you're not going to read it quickly.
Mm.
But with the teacher strike, work has been stressful. And so I was turning to fanfic, again. And, I just talked about some,
As
but
you do.
I also like reread fanfic that I've already talked about on the pod before, which is why I didn't bother mentioning it. And so one of the friends was like, do you need like a good, cozy, just like a
Yes,
real
I
sweet? And I was like,
do.
yes. And they said, hooray, how about Atramentum by MJ Duncan? And I was like, yep, this is the time. It's on my Kindle already and everything. So it's all told from the perspective of Joss Perot.
Mm.
She grew up, like, spent her high school years in a smaller town in Colorado after her parents died. So I think her parents died in like a car accident or something like that. Her aunt raised her the rest of the time. I know they always die in a car accident, right? You all couldn't see Kris shaking her head like, what? It's like,
Please, Sapphic community, please stop
right?
killing people in car wrecks. There are other ways to die. Okay, sorry.
So Joss's Aunt Helen raised her, then she went off to get a degree and then ended up in, like, I believe went to UCLA because it ended up in, I think, in LA as an accountant and was like really trying, like, doing that grind set for many years, trying to make partner. And when it opens, like, the level of burnout and weariness, like, you can just feel it. And this
Mm.
company, they clearly do not give a shit about her. And they're willing to just like drive her into the ground. And then she finds out that her aunt died. And
Oh, God.
so when she's there, and even then, like, she's asked for one day for the funeral and she's still getting calls and all that. And it's just like, fuck off. And she found out that her aunt, who had a little home, but also ran a bookstore. And so Joss, like, worked in the bookstore in the summers and stuff,
Mhm.
left her the bookstore.
Mm.
And so it was basically this like, hey, you are in Burnout City, population you. Would you like to get out of that? Would you like to get all the way out of this shitty job where nobody cares about you and you're forced to take last minute flights over holidays to do garbage that you don't actually care about? And she was like, yeah, I think I do. I think that's exactly what I want to do. Fuck that career. Who cares if I just spent the last decade trying to make partner? Who cares? And so I believe it's when she's moving into her aunt's house, she's going to have some furniture delivered. And out of nowhere, she gets knocked over by a Great Dane. The Great Dane's name is George. George is the sweetest, giganticest girl dog
Giant. Yeah.
ever. And George's mom is Maeve Dillon, who is a neighbor. So they live kind of out. It sounds like it's like a kind of a wooded area.
Mm.
Instant crush on Maeve. Maeve, of course, is beautiful. There's something kind of a little bit enigmatic
Mm.
there. And so Joss starts going for, she goes running. That's her big thing every morning. And George will find her on her run. She's like, we'll go home. And of course, George doesn't do that because
Of
she's a
course
magical
not.
dog. She's a
Right.
magical dog meant to bring them together. And so she has to jog her back. And basically, from there, love develops. Like, that's sort of the ta-da, it's a romance. It was so sweet. And my friend was not
Aw.
lying. This book is very cozy. Again, no third act breakup, although there was like a third act, big dramatic. I almost texted my friend like, what? Pardon? And I can't say why because I don't want to spoil
you don't
anything.
wanna
But
spoil it.
anyway, there's a happy ending for everybody in this book is the way to say it. George is a real character. So like if you like books where
Yes.
dogs are
Yes.
real characters,
Yes.
this is definitely a book for you. I definitely, it was interesting like reading about like that level of burnout and the thanklessness of like working in a job, and it was so well done. For a second there I was like, oh my god, is this reading me? And it's not even like, I actually really I like my job a lot. Like I am not working nearly the hours Joss is reading, but it was written in such a palpable way that it's almost this like, do I need to check in on my life? Like what is happening? And so just that idea of going from like LA, high powered, high stress to working in a resort town, running a bookstore. How
Sounds
lovely.
perfect. Sounds perfect.
Running a
Right?
bookstore with her best friend from high school as one of the
Ah,
employees.
that's great.
The other thing that's really fun, I don't actually know why this didn't make it on the back, like on the
The
blurb,
blurb.
because I would have read it. I would have read this as soon as I heard about it if I knew this was the case. Maeve is also an author. She's like a
Oh.
really popular author, I think, of mysteries or something like that. It sounded almost like a Patricia Cornwell-ish type of author. And I love that. I love that idea. An author and a bookstore owner falling in love is just, I think it's a lovely premise. The chemistry is there from the beginning. It works. I feel like I should have more to say about this, but like, when a book is like, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
lovely.
it sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's called Atramentum by MJ Duncan. And if you are looking for your next comfort read, after you finish Scandalous, Kris
After you
Bryant's
read
new
mine.
book, then I highly recommend.
And you still
I
need
do.
that syrupy sweetness, then you.
That's right. Or after you finish Atramentum, you're like, this is great, I want more. Kris Bryant has a new book called
Yes, very
Scandalous.
sweet. Very sweet.
No, but truly, Atramentum, I really, really enjoyed it. This is one where, like, if there were more books set in this world, I would definitely check it
Oh,
out.
nice. Yeah.
Just lovely. And it's spicy.
Oh.
It's like surprisingly so, given how sweet the rest of it is. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
So that is
Wow.
that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed it, tell a friend, especially if you have a friend that needs cozy book recommendations.
Right.
We got two. One of us read one of them and the other one wrote the other one.
Yes.
Or if you want to support us, we have links in the show notes to our coffee.
Or you can connect with us on your favorite social media sites. Those are also in the show notes. Or if you want to connect with us.
We've never recorded on a Wednesday before, and I think we're learning we shouldn't.
I give up. Or you can just search for Queerly Recommended or email us at podcast@queerlyrecommended.com. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
We're
trying our best.
Wednesday, never been done before. Wednesday.